Hey guys, happy Tuesday. We are already into that final week of home only workouts. I say home only because these videos will continue to come out for this month. But if you are planning on staying online, please set up a no sweat intro through the website. Go to the book intro session and we can talk about some other options, whether that's really anything. I just need to talk with you about what your long term plan is. So first things first, if you're watching these videos and your plan is to stay doing the videos, please do so for the month of June and reach out to me if you're thinking that that's going to go beyond that month, and we can talk about options and how to keep you moving for however long it is you need to, or maybe you prefer staying home regardless of any of the external circumstances. So definitely just reach out to me. One other thing that's going on today is that town hall meeting at 1:15. So that will be on Facebook Live. If you can watch it live, awesome. If not, we'll record it. We will get this one out to you, as well as some supporting documents that will help you with all that's going to happen with returning. So looking super forward to seeing some of you guys in the reel. And for those of you who are not going to be joining in the reel for a while, no problem. We're going to keep you as fit and healthy as possible. So make sure you stay tuned in and do reach out. Just set up anything with me. If it's an email because you don't know what the no sweat intro is, whatever it is, just reach out. For today, we're going to start with Topic Tuesday because it is Tuesday. We had Memorial Day. For our Monday, we got after an awesome hero workout. So for today, our question for Topic Tuesday is, what is your favorite form of meditation? This can be lots of different things. I know some people like to do breath work. Some people will use a specific app like Headspace or Calm. YouTube videos work. Maybe you do some mind-body connection. Yoga sometimes can be used as meditation. So in general, meditation is more than it seems. It's not just sitting with your eyes shut, and it's actually not trying to get rid of your thoughts, but to better recognize them and understand that they can be let go. So I think meditation has a ton of benefits, but definitely giving it a try and not sticking with only one form, try out more than one. It gives our body a great chance to connect with our mind and really let our body communicate what's going on, let our thoughts and feelings be received and maybe dealt with and maybe let go. So it can be really helpful for our mental health and our physical health in several ways. So not only for our mental health, but for our physical health, it's going to help lower blood pressure and encourage relaxation. And when we look at our mental health, as I've talked about last week, we work on our physical health in multiple ways, whether it's physical activity to train our muscles, or it is eating well to keep our body healthy and keep it free of toxins. The same can be true with our mental health, as we want to focus on it just as much. We want to train our brain, train our mind to really have positive thoughts, and not only always positive thoughts, but how to better recognize that a negative emotion isn't going to be detrimental or fatal. Lots of things that can go into that mental health training. And additionally, freeing our body of toxins, just like we would with our physical body, freeing our mind of toxins, getting rid of that toxic energy in the brain. So really awesome to meditate. It's super important, especially in our rushed and chaotic lives. With change coming up right now, we might have new emotions popping up, new feelings that we can't recognize. So just checking in with our minds and emotions allows us to recognize and acknowledge what's going on beneath the surface. It can really help with managing that stress and anxiety and finding ways to create and celebrate positive moments. So it's going to encourage us also to take physical breaks from the daily grind. We like that chaotic, rushed life, but sometimes we do need that much needed energy boost, and that comes from recentering and getting back in that calm mind. So it doesn't have to be a ton of time. This week we're going to practice about 5 minutes. Even if it's like 3 minutes, sometimes I'll just sit in silence in my car for a few minutes and use some breath work, or breath work is huge at the hospital. It's usually just between patients' rooms. taking a couple intentional breaths, letting my body reset so that I have fresh emotions and energy for a patient that's in a different situation than the last. That can happen at work too, right? We can have coworkers going through different things. That can happen at home. We can have one kid going through something really positive and another kid struggling with something, and having that couple seconds to recenter, catch your own, check on your own emotions before you go to that next room, next situation can be really helpful. So practicing things like breath work definitely helps. Couple minutes, try anything. The Headspace app has a ton of free stuff, so give that a try too. And if you already do all this, then let us know what's worked for you. We love hearing, positive experiences. And if you've struggled with some, we can help with brainstorming better options. So for today, we're gonna get warmed up. We're gonna hit an upper body gymnastic skills pre-WOD, and then we're going to do a workout all around the merry-go-round. So a 15-minute workout with built-in rest. Lots of fun to happen for us today. So getting warmed up, we're gonna have 10 minutes here going through different movements. We've got sprawls to get that heart rate up, and then we've got some push-ups and down dog with piked toe taps, shoulder taps, and a plank. So that'll be kind of our first little section together here. Let me see if I can get there we go. So for that sprawl, do these last week. You're doing a burpee basically, but not laying to the ground. So you're just jacking those feet straight back, popping the hips up, and jumping up. We've got 5 of those. Don't hesitate, you can step back, step up, and hop, especially if it's like early in the morning, you're just trying to tell your body it's time to move. We've got 5 of those in. Then we've got push-up to down dog with 4 piked toe taps. So one of these reps is gonna be a push-up, down dog, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. You're gonna do 5 total. 3, 4, that's 2, so on and so forth. Then you're gonna come into your plank position, getting 10 shoulder taps. After that, we're right back into that sprawl, hopping in, getting through 5. After 5 of those, we've got 5 inchworm with 2 Russian baby makers. So it's gonna look like this. You inchworm yourself out, find the top of your plank, push yourself back. We don't have to do another push-up. If you choose to, you can. Grab those toes, drop the hips, lift. 1, 2, that's 1 rep. Inchworm back out, and back. Getting in 2 Russian baby makers, and that is 2. So inchworm out, back, up, down, those hips for 2, counts as a rep. After we get through that, we're gonna go into 10 warrior squats. So twisting up to the ceiling, those hips loose, getting that upper back loose. After 10 of those, we've got 5 more sprawls. Sit, kicking back, up and up. After that, we're gonna go into 5 crunchy frogs. So as you're gonna be in a V position, or you can have your hands on the side, you're just gonna come up into a boat. If you want your hands overhead, they can, and they can snap up. Whichever works. You're in your hollow position, snapping to little boat seated position. Then we're gonna go 10 hollow rocks from there. It's a nice long body. You can rock there. If that's too challenging, you can do it in the dead bug position, or you can do it with one leg out for those 10 rocks. You can also hollow rock with your hands down. That sometimes helps keep that core engaged, keep that low back on the ground. So after you get through those 10 hollow rocks, you go right back to those sprawls and start back with your 5 push-up to down dog, 4 taps of the toe. That will be your warm-up. 10 total minutes there, getting through a couple rounds of that. For our pre-WOD today, like I mentioned, we're gonna get after some gymnastics work here. So if you have a wall to walk up, we're gonna do wall walks. That's gonna be, I can try to show that a little bit here. So if you have a wall that you can walk to, you're gonna start in a plank position, feet on the wall, hollow body, walk your feet up, and then going to where you can on that wall. So if you can get yourself up, keeping that nice active core, then we'll do that. If you have to pause here, because that's as high as you can get without that core sagging, then just pause. But if you can walk up, you'll keep going all the way nose to the wall if you can without that back grounding too much, and then walk yourself back down. And we'll get after 3 total wall walks. For those of us who don't have a wall to get up, like I probably wouldn't use my wall to be honest, you can use an elevated item like a chair or your couch, and we can put our feet up and walk out to the top of a plank and then walk all the way up. That's 1. Walk back out. So you can do them to like a piked position, or literally you can do inchworms like we did in our warm-up. So you start soft bend, walk yourself out to the plank position, and then walk yourself back to that piked position. So if we're doing inchworms, it'll be 5 instead. But if you're doing them on a chair or on your wall, you've got 3 wall walks. We can always scale those back. So if you're really new to this movement and you can get like 1 all the way up with good control, scale them back if you need to for reps. Whew. We will then do 10 shoulder taps in a handstand hold. So for those shoulder taps in that handstand hold, we'll see if I can try it on this wall without knocking something over. So you'll kick up into your handstand in this case, if I can, without kicking a hole in my wall. Once you're there, you're gonna go same hand to same shoulder. So for me, you can start, one scaling option is just picking up those hands, but then as you get to it, you try to lift all the way up, touch that shoulder. It is a high skill for gymnastics. So scaling option there would be like I started with, just lifting your hands off. You can do 10 of those, or you can do 5 where you literally reach up and touch that shoulder. Scaling options, if you're not gonna kick up to the wall and you can't just do like the hand shifts or the hand, they say that handstand hold and just lifting your hands off is already impossible. We can do it again with our feet elevated on something. So get in that beautiful piked position on that chair, and then tap that same shoulder. That scale here could be that you just lift the hands if you're not quite yet at that reaching for the shoulder. And then say you don't have anything to put your feet up on. Instead of 10, we're gonna do 20. Get in a pike position, whatever pike position looks like for you. Head through, looking at those knees. We'll go 20, same hand, same shoulder. If all those options are a no-go for you, plank position, 20 opposite hand to opposite shoulder taps. So starting with the wall, if you're on the wall, you can either do the RX version to the shoulder, you can do just the hand shifts, then scale to the chair, same thing, go to the shoulder, or scale to just the hand lifts. And then on the ground, you'll do 20 pike taps, or you'll do 20 plank taps, if that's what you need. Doing those for 5 rounds, so you can get in your 3 wall walks into 10 shoulder shifts, doing that for 5 total rounds. Probably like max 15 minutes there. If you have the time, maybe give yourself 20 if you need to. But it's definitely a longer pre-WOD, really focused on gymnastics, keep that tight hollow body position. Ooh, then we get on to our workout today, all around the merry-go-round. So for this workout, we have sprint efforts. In 90 seconds, you're gonna get through the work and then rest the remainder of the time, keeping track of each round to get your slowest round. We have 10 total rounds, so should be really quick work, catch your breath, looking for around 30 seconds of rest at least, if not more. So we've got alternating hang dumbbell clean and jerks. We can scale those. If we have a kettlebell, we can go 10 kettlebells overhead, so all the way up overhead, or we can go 10 to eye height if that's all that you can handle. You could also do 10 alternating single arm to eye height. So I'll show all of those if you have a kettlebell and you don't want to do the clean and jerk from the hang position. And then if you don't want to go overhead or anything like that, we'll do goblet squats. If you have no dumbbell or anything like that, we're going to do jumping air squats. So I will show that first movement, getting warmed up. We've got that hang position. So we just want to work on our deadlift first, because what happens from the hang position is that we lift it from the ground and we start here. So just getting warmed up, go ahead and get in some alternating deadlifts here. And we're going to work on that hip extension, so that 2-inch dip and drive. So if you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, whichever one, dip, drive. You can even high pull with it if you want, if you have the strength for that. Just getting that warmed up. Then we'll go ahead and take that same weight we have, get it up to the shoulder, either strict press, or you can add that dip, getting 3 on each side, just getting those shoulders warm with some weight. Awesome. So we'll start with that clean. Again, whether you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, starting from that hang position, driving up, meeting that, and standing. So we'll just do some alternating hang cleans here from that hang, right? So deadlift it up, kettlebell or dumbbell, send those hips back, meet that weight. Go ahead and practice a few here. Good. The dumbbell doesn't look a whole lot different. Deadlift it, pop it under. Still sending those hips back and then driving them straight up. Right, I'm not driving them forward like this, straight up and back. Once we get through that, we've got that jerk to add in here. So it's that dip, 2-inch dip, drive, punch under, and stand it up. It's gonna look like this from that clean here on the shoulder. If you accidentally push press it instead, it's gonna look like this. Dip and zip everything up. The difference is I want you to dip, drive under, then stand it up. So when we put those two pieces together from the hang position, you're gonna alternate every other hand. So deadlift it up, send it back, clean, jerk, clean, jerk. Notice that I'm going from my clean position into my jerk position. You don't have to. You can't stand it up here, re-dip. Just make sure you always finish with a stand. So from here, I don't bring it back to my shoulder until I open my hips. Control that up overhead and return it down. So again, that is the clean and jerk. We've got 10 total alternating hands with that dumbbell today. Should be dumbbell workout. So even if you have a barbell or something, dumbbell, kettlebell is the goal. If you have a barbell as your only option, let us know. You can also use a plate, but if you have a barbell only, then we'll do 10 hang, clean, and jerks to the barbell. But the idea of this workout is for it to be a dumbbell workout if you have that, or a kettlebell workout if you have that. So sometimes we let you scale up. Today, that's the only piece of equipment you have. If you have a kettlebell and you really struggle with that flick of the weight, 2 options. One, like I said, you can go single arm, alternating to eye height. Getting in that good hip swing for 10. You can also go 10 all the way up overhead. Or if those are both too challenging, you go 10 to eye height. Your other option is going to be goblet squat, so holding that weight, getting in the squat. Or if you have no weight, we'll go squat, jump. For those 10. Awesome. Whew, I'm out of breath already. Should be a quick 10. Definitely goal to be unbroken because you're going right into the next movements and then resting, getting after it for 10 total rounds. So, the next movement we have is our single leg V-up. It's not across the body, it's the right hand to right leg. So your other leg's gonna stay down, press that belly button into the ground, the low back should be in the ground. If I had a piece of paper, I would be able to pull it out. Right arm's gonna go ahead and snap up with that right leg for 10 reps. Once I get through that, come back down, 10 reps on the other side. Our scaling options here today, we're gonna go, think about like a jackknife. I don't know why I would say that, I think it's like some kind of dive or something like that. But anyway, you're gonna be in same position, chin tucked, lift the chest off the ground, and then you're gonna bring your hand overhead. You're gonna snap it to your knee coming to your chin or knee coming to your elbow or to your armpit. Notice that only one leg is moving, and like I mentioned, keep that chin tucked into the chest so that you're activating that core. If both of those are still too challenging, you'll relax that head down and just lift that leg. Awesome. So just a quick recap. You've got clean, jerk, alternating for 10 total reps, going into 10 right side, 10 left side, V-up or scale, and then resting the remainder of that time, getting after it for 10 total rounds. It should take 15 minutes because they're 90-second efforts. Keep track of your slowest score or slowest round. I usually say it's your first round should be your slowest because you're trying to feel it out, and then you get quicker from there. So you only have to remember the round that took the longest. You don't have to write them all down unless you really want to score them. So let us know if you have any questions at all. Have fun with it.